Good afternoon, everybody. Let's turn off these lights. I'll leave that one on. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Adam Fox. I'm coming to you live here from Troy, New York, the sunny Troy, New York today. I'm bringing you free virtual bodyweight exercise programming right to the tips of your fingers. And I know you're probably asking yourself, wait, why is Adam on my screen and why is Jake not on my screen? Jake is feeling a little under the weather today, so I'm coming in off the bench. Coach is finally putting me in, telling me I'm worthy enough to do this. So I will be covering the stream today, the 12 to 1 o'clock, 1:15 stream today. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Like I said, my name is Adam Fox. I'm one of the virtual exercise instructors, as well as a bunch of other things for Connected Community Health Support. We are here offering you free virtual live bodyweight exercise programming 4 days a week now. That's an old schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday is at 7:30 in the morning. Of course, yesterday was Labor Day, so Seth did not stream, so gave him a little vacation. Today is at 12 o'clock. Thursdays at 5:30, and then Fridays is at 7:30 in the morning. Again, remember, you can catch Seth in the morning on Mondays, Jake in the afternoon on Tuesdays, myself in the afternoon on Thursdays, and then we alternate each week on Friday. This week, I believe it's my Friday. I know it's my Friday, but because Seth didn't go yesterday, I'm not sure if he's going to be jumping in on Friday or not. We'll find out. We'll keep you updated. I'm sure Jake will let you know on Thursday. But remember, we all stream at different times, and we constantly have restreams up on Twitch. So you can always go check us out there as well. Pretty much 24/7. Just look up Connected CHS on Twitch, and you'll find all of our videos and all the things we're doing live. So remember, guys, as always, we are doing this because we want to help make health and fitness more accessible. We want to make sure that you guys are safe and happy and healthy while doing this. So make sure you go talk to your doctor before starting this program. But we understand that gyms can be a little intimidating, and there's a lot of negative stigmas around gyms and needing to look a certain way to even go into a gym first, which doesn't really make any sense because you need to first, you need to work out to look that certain way, so to speak, before going to the gym. So we want to be your outlet for movement. We want you guys to feel comfortable, stigma-free, be able to come here and have a good time, hang out with your 3 favorite trainers, myself and the 2 other guys, and just work out in a stigma-free area where you're not being judged by anybody. And that's the whole point of this. We want to make sure that you guys get that good quality of movement in while also not having any type of underlying stigmas or anyone giving you that, I don't want to say attitude, but stereotypically those gym settings. We want to be here for you so you don't have to go enjoy that if you don't like to. Remember, this is for beginners, and this is also for people who have been exercising or moving a lot, or experts in movement, so to speak. Say you need some active recovery. This would be a great active recovery program. Or if you're just looking to understand the movement patterns in the first place, and this is also a great place to be. Beginners or experts, either or. We just want to help make health and fitness more accessible, regardless of who's watching. So thank you for joining. If you guys have any questions about anything that I just spieled about, please reach out to us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, or Twitter at Connected CHS. If you're watching this on Restream and you have any questions, please also reach out to us and let us know. Say you comment in during the Restream. Please just reach out to us on our social media so we can actually have that conversation with you so we don't miss you on the stream. Or on the replay, I should say. All right, so talk to your doctor. Remember, always get a physician's referral before, or talk to your doctor before starting a program like this, just out of safety. We want to make sure everyone's safe and healthy. All right, Pip. And that is my cat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Pip. She is feeling herself today, apparently. A lot of energy. So remember, guys, during this program, if you're feeling any pain, shut it down, message us. We'll try to adjust and accommodate to make sure you can actually continue to do the movement. But pain is good, or pain is not good. Burn is good, pain is bad. I'm mixing up my own jingle here. And today for our program, we are doing 6 sets. So usually we do 3 sets. It's usually about a 45-minute workout. Today we're upping it, and it's just like last week. It's going to be an hour-long set. It is going to be 6 sets of 8 exercises, but instead of doing 70 seconds and 50 seconds of rest, 70 seconds work, 50 seconds of rest, we're doing 35 seconds of work and 25 seconds of rest. So it's just going to be, we're just increasing the amount of sets. Still the same volume as far as time, but just more sets, breaking it down so it's more bite size, a little bit easier to digest. So we are going to get started here today. Like I said, 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. Week 23, day 74. Oh my God, I can't believe we've made it this far. Well, I can't believe we made it this far. It just seems kind of crazy that we've been doing this for 74 days and 23 weeks already. I know it doesn't seem like that. I feel like we just started a couple weeks ago, to be honest. I feel like I was still in Cortland starting up with you guys. So give me 1 second. Had to grab the old handy dandy chair because I know I'm going to be using it today. All right. Let me just turn my ringer up here. Oh, I need to restart that. There we go. All righty. And let's get going. So first thing we're starting with, remember the ankles. Just roll the ankles out. Get the ankles all nice and warmed up. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way all the way up as we always try to do. So I'd say probably do about 10 rotations clockwise and then switch to the other way. Remember, you can do this with your foot on the ground like this. I just prefer the foot elevated. Feels a little better for me. Now we're going to switch sides, do 10 clockwise or whichever way this is. I know it's one of the clocks, whether it's counter or regular clockwise. And I'm just kidding. I know the difference from clockwise and counterclockwise. And we're going to rotate the other way now. Remember, if you need some extra support, grab onto that wall. No shame if you need it. I'd rather have you do that than fall. Oh, look at that. That kind of rhymed. All right, now we're going to get the knee nice and warmed up. So all I want you guys to do here, same thing next to the wall. Pretend like you're kicking yourself in the butt. And then bring the foot back down. Get the knee a little warmed up as well. Now we're going to switch sides. Remember, for any of you just joining us, this is CCHS, Connected Community Health Support's free virtual bodyweight exercise program. So stick around for the end where this is our week of our pillar this week is mindset. So I have some nice tips and our quote of the day or quote of the week for mindset as well. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, now we're going to move on to the open and close gate, just like so. And remember, as like I just said, I know I probably sound like a broken record now, but just make sure you're near the wall when you're doing this because it could be very easy to lose that balance just a little bit. Keep going here. Woo! See what I mean? I almost lost my balance there. It's that easy. Now switch over to the other side. I do have to let you guys know I had a great Labor Day weekend. I was in New Hampshire, riding my four-wheeler all weekend with my girlfriend. So if any of you guys out there like four-wheeling or from the East Coast, I would highly recommend going to New Hampshire for four-wheeler riding. It's so much fun. There's Jericho State Park, which is in Berlin, and there's also Cat Hole Trails, which is in Claremont, New Hampshire. They're both great trails. Cat Hole is a little tougher, a little more experienced riders, so just be wary if you're going to go out there. All right, back to this. I got a little sidetracked. T-spine rotations now. Follow that hand. Remember, follow that hand with your eye. Follow that hand with your eye, just like so. And keep going. But seriously, guys, if you do like four-wheeling, it's a great place. Maybe I'm just obsessed with four-wheeling, but I don't know. It's okay if I am. We actually got our four-wheeler stuck in about 4 feet of mud yesterday, so that was a fun time getting out of that. All right, 2 more. One here and one there. Good. All right, now we got the arm circles. Let's get those arms, those shoulder capsules, nice and warmed up. Why is he emphasizing the of warm? Any of my Family Guy friends out there know why I'm doing that? But for these, we're not doing these in the program today, so you can do these whichever way you want. You can do big like I am. You can do single arm, alternating like so. Make sure you're getting all of these ranges of motion. Make sure you're not just doing the wide ones, not just going out here, not just staying in here. want you to try to switch it up a little bit. Get some little, Mr. Misagi, wash the windows real quick, just like this. Mr. Miyagi, not Mr. Misagi. I don't know who the heck I was thinking of. All right, now we're going to go to the neck. So first thing I want you guys to do, I know this seems really weird, but I want you to close your eyes and start from the bottom like this and just shake your head in almost like figure eights till you get to the top. And bring it back down. Do it one more time. If you start to get dizzy, then open your eyes. Don't make yourself throw up. All right, now we're going to go back and forth. So we're going to look at something on one wall, look at something on the other, and just turn our heads back and forth and focusing on that external object, which is, for me, my black hole in the wall. Sorry, my cat is going through a bag right now on my kitchen counter because cats love to go in bags, apparently. I did not know this. But just looking at something. Same thing for this, for the down. So now that we've got the side to side, we're going to look down, look at our ankle bones, look up to the sky, ankle bones, up to the sky. So all I need to think about is finding those ankle bones and finding a point in the sky / on the ceiling. And I will talk more about that once we get started with the workout and why it's good to do that. But now we're going to get started with the hinge pattern, so the reaching to the ground. Starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So easy way, so this is the most beginner way to do this. Hands on the hips, push into the knees, pick up the pillow, put it back down like so. I say beginner just because we offer multiple levels in this program if you're just joining us. So that's the beginner movement. Now we can do a little bit more, a little harder of a movement, which putting one foot almost like a kickstand in the back wall, reaching down with the other one, or reaching down, not with the other leg, sorry. And then keeping this leg slightly bent and reaching down just like you were with that. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And we also, I'd be remiss to not mention, we do also do the bridging during this as well. So laying on your back, just laying on your back. I'll demo. I got a couple seconds. Laying on your back like this, pressing up from the ground, making sure that you're there's a straight line between your shoulders and your knees. Just like so. Now we're going to start with the lateral raises, starting right now. So all we're doing here, bringing the shoulders up. Now, this is one of my longtime favorites. We haven't done this in a hot second. I feel my shoulders feel a little neglected in this program. I feel like I got to get some more. I got to get my boulder shoulders a different way, but that's okay. Now we brought them back. And remember with this, you don't want to bring them way up here if you don't have that range of motion. For me, our range of motion is right about here. So this is what I'm going to do. But if you can go up here, go. Be my guest. Just don't hurt yourself. Work within your range of motion. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. And I'll always say that. I'll always say work within your range of motion, because day by day, the more that you work within that range of motion and not try to compensate and go way out of that range of motion, the more you're going to improve upon that range of motion, so that in, say, 3-4 weeks, instead of here, you're here now. It's a natural range of motion, not compensatory. So starting with the pull to press from the shin, called the D1. So now we're going to go like this. And I'm only doing one side right now. I'm going to switch off here in a couple seconds. All right, now we're going to switch sides. And all you're doing, you're slightly bending a little bit. You're just trying to grab the middle of that shin and then press up like this. And you can do it in alternating fashion, like this, if you would like, but that does take a good amount of coordination. See, I just messed it up. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. So that one is basically, I'm echoing really bad today, I just realized that. Sorry, random ADHD thoughts. But the pull to press with that one, really what you're trying to do, it's the same thing as last week's, of just going like this, but now we're adding a little bit of dynamic, a little bit of squatting into it almost. All right, now we're doing another new one called the standing toe tap, starting 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So this one is very similar to the high knees, except now you're not going to bend your torso down like this. This is the poor way to do it. You're going to keep yourself tall. Bring those heels up to your hands. Bring the heel to your hand. Don't bring your hand to the heel. That's how I like to instruct this. So instead of going like that and bending down, you're just keeping your hands basically at the side, rotating your torso a little bit, bringing those heels to your hands. And we are done. The other version we can do for that, if you're really looking to sweat today, I'll demo it. I'll get around to it next time, actually, because I'm already sweating a little bit, and I'm going to show you on the next loop around to make it just a little bit easier so I'm not confusing you for this next movement, which is, drum roll, squats. All right, sitting down in the chair, standing back up in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So if I've told you once, I've probably told you a million times, as if we haven't all heard that from our father at one point in life. But if what I'm referring to is the sitting down and standing back up, because all that you have to do for a squat is sit down in the chair and stand back up. Now, obviously, you can't push yourself backwards with your center of mass, but sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, just like that. If you can't do it, remember, work within your range of motion. Only come down as far as you can. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Now back to one of my least favorite but most needed movements that we do in this program. I don't like push-ups at all, I'll be honest with you, but they are an important movement pattern. They are a necessity. Starting here with the push-ups. Remember, you can do them from the wall, so up on the wall or on an inclined surface. I'm going to be doing it from my knees right here. So coming down for 1, 2, 3, and then back up. Make sure your fingers are nice and spread out, dissipating all that weight from your upper body into your hand. 3 seconds down and back up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And last one right here, guys. 1, 2, 3, and up. Good. Now show you a little bit of a harder variation for the push-up. Say that you can't do the feet fully extended and you're still doing a push-up from your knees. I'm going to show you a little bit of a harder variation where you're going to teach your body to be able to accept all that force of you pushing without actually pushing. So I'll show you that next time. Now we have the reach to pull, which is a D2 variation instead of D1, which is this. So you're starting from here, pulling down, reaching up, pulling down. You see this time I'm pushing my hand away, like so, opposed to pulling it out of the sheath and pushing up. So now you're just pulling down and pushing. Now we're going to switch sides, pulling down, pushing, pulling down. And you do get a little rotation with this, which is totally fine. One side might be a little easier than the other. I know for me, my left side, especially if I'm sore from, stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Excuse me 1 second. My cat is in this entire bag right now. If you'd like to see what I'm talking about, there's a cat inside of this bag. She's probably going to stay there for the rest of the time. Okay, now we're starting with the boxing, getting in a nice boxing position. We're just going to be throwing punches. Channel your inner Pacquiao or whoever you want to be today. All I want you to do is keep throwing those punches as fast as you can, but also sustainable. I don't want you, it's 35 seconds, right? So I don't want you to, I'm switching my stance, don't even say anything. I'll get to that in a second. I don't want you to burn yourself out in the first 10 seconds and not be able to move for the next 25. So get a nice sustainable pace. You should be able to hold the conversation like I am right now without having to go out of breath. Stop here. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. So the stance, I almost forgot to mention with the boxing. You can stand, it's called just regular bilateral stance, just both feet like this, or you can do a staggered where you have 1 foot in front, 1 foot in back, and you can switch up that staggered stance. That's what I usually do, but that's what I prefer, so whatever you guys want to do. All right, leave me out of this bag, please. She's actually inside of the bag. That's ridiculous. All right, sorry. All right, now I have all right, you made it through the first set. Good job, guys. Give yourself a pat on the back. All right, now back to the hinging variation. Reaching to the ground, picking up the pillow, putting it back down. Remember, the other variation we have is the bridge right here. All you're going to be doing Making sure that there's a nice straight line from your knees to your shoulders, aka through your hips when you're doing this. We're almost done here. A couple more, and we are done. Whoop. And remember, you can also do the single leg kickstand variation like that, if you would like. Whichever one works best for you guys. I want to give you the options because we're the buffet movement here, baby. We give you the options. You come in and you tell us what you do want, you don't want, and then you leave. It's perfect. This is the community we want to build. All right, starting with those lateral raises right now. This really is a community that we want to build because we love you guys. We love doing this with you. This really is one of our passions. Aside from the whole, paid side of what we're doing, we just love helping you guys. That's why all of us continue to do this stream for free, because we love you. We love doing this. We want to build a community. We want you guys to be happier and healthier. We don't just say it. We really do live this. And I hope you guys can see that, because we really do love you. And we want every one of you to be the best versions. Oh, whoopsies. The best versions of yourself day in and day out. And if we can help you do that, we'd be more than willing. And that's exactly what we want to do. So, all right, sorry, getting a little sentimental there, but good job with the lateral raises. Also, give yourself a pat on the back for making it through the first set. We're on the second set now. And I'm big, if you've listened to me before, I'm big on giving yourself tiny congratulations when you make tiny improvements. So good job, guys. All right, starting with that pull the press from the shin, remember? We're going down, coming back up. So remember, you could do this if you'd like. It's a little bit more coordination, but it does feel really nice. You almost get like a little bit of a, oh, I messed that one up. See, that's what I mean by the coordination right there, because there's so many moving parts. And you're doing like an X pattern. You're crossing sides of your body. You're really forcing your brain to work. But remember, we can just do single side like this for half the time and then switch. Oh, stop there. Oh, I clapped. That was the first time today. I'm doing good. And then clap 2 more times. All right. I forgot to put up the caption for what the workout is. Hold up. There we go. Week 23. All right. Now back to the toe taps. In 3, 2, 1, and begin. Now remember, toe taps are just this right here, right? But the harder version, if you are feeling like a savage, which I know you are, is going to be this right here. So we're going to be down on the ground, bring the toe up. You want to try to be over your hands like you're in a push-up position. You're going to get more out of your core for this, but just bringing the toes up, touching the hand. Oh, not falling off balance. And then going back and repeating that. And we are done. There we go. Sorry, I just had to change. I couldn't see the chat on the side. I had to put the caption up. So, and remember, if you guys want to join in, chime in with me, have a good combo with me and whatnot, please do. I love doing this. I know I just wanted a big spiel about it, but seriously, let's have a conversation. I love this stuff. Oh, I can't swear. All right, back to the squats. Remember, all we're doing, squatting down like so, sitting down in the chair, standing back up. I don't even know if I should have I'm just going to switch it back. I'll switch it back after, because you guys can't see what I'm doing when I have the caption on. So I will put the caption back up if you guys need it, but I'm going to put our website up instead, just so you guys can see more of my beautiful face. All right, and we are done with that. Good job, guys. Keep on keeping on. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, that's much better. You guys can see much more. And she's back in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. My cat is back in the paper bag. If anyone else has cats, please let me know. Is this usual? All right, starting with the push-ups right now. And as promised, last set, I told you I'd show you something a little more difficult. So, starting from your knees, right, hands and fingers spread out. Coming down, 1, 2, 3, and back up. The regular one. Now, the harder but progressive exercise, or pushing variation now. So you're going to start with the feet fully extended. 1, 2, 3. Go to your knees and then push up. So your body's getting comfortable with accepting all of your weight coming down and then pushing back up with your knees. Your body needs to gain that eccentric strength before it can allow for that pushing phase of the movement. We are done there. Good job, guys. What I mean by pushing phase is when you lower yourself down, you're using 2/3 more of your muscle, which means that's where more of the strength is going to lie. So your body needs to be comfortable with eccentrically loading before it can switch to concentric, which is the actual pushing phase. So just make sure you're really emphasizing that 3 seconds on the way down. All right, now back to the reach and pull, just like this. And what I'm doing, when I'm coming like this, the back of my hand is facing you guys, palm's facing my face, and then I turn and push down so the palm is facing the ground at the end, like this. So pull down, push, pull down, push, pull down, push, just like that. Remember, you can do them on one side. You got 6 sets. You can do 2 on one side, or 3 on one side, 3 on the other if you would like, or you can do it like I'm doing it. It takes a little more coordination. And we are done. There we go. Good job, everybody. We are killing this today. Got to give a shout out to my good friend and mentor, Adam Walker, for the text message he gave me today that filled me up with energy. Can't remember exactly what it said, but I know he told me I was going to kill it today and to let my light shine bright. So thank you, man. I appreciate the motivation this morning. All right, back to boxing. So throwing the fists, fisticuffs. Now remember, you can do the staggered stance like so, but you're doing a consistent pace, right? You're not just going nice and slow like this. You're doing a nice, fast pace that's sustainable for the entire 35 seconds. It's okay if you're wobbling a little bit. You're just changing center of mass. Don't worry about it. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. All right, give yourselves another. Excuse me, sorry. Didn't have any coffee today, bourbon, but give yourselves another pat on the back. Good job, guys. You made it through round 2. So we're going to be starting here with round 3 in just a minute. I'm going to start on the floor doing the bridges in 2, 1, and begin. So from here, remember, bridging up like this. The whole reason I say the thing about keeping it straight is I don't want you guys to arch your back at the top, because that could potentially give you some injury and lead to some discomfort. So just trying to have you guys keep the core and the hips in the same plane pretty much, and then just bring them up to your knees like this. Good. We're stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Oh, no, that's not working. Almost did it. My legs are sore. I know I talked about this earlier, but for anyone who rides 4-wheelers, you know what I mean, that leg soreness, the hip soreness the next day, your upper back and even middle back. It's like the best upper back workout that I can get is riding my 4-wheeler. But starting with the lateral raises, grab some resistance, grab a dog, grab a baby as long as it's, no, don't grab a baby, I'm just kidding. Grab something for resistance and pick it up in the air. If you want to grab some water bottles in each hand, one water bottle, not 2, that'd be impressive grip if you could, or dexterity. That'd be impressive if you could fit 2 water bottles in one hand. But as what I mean by that is like stacked on top of each other. But that, any type of resistance, and now just bring your hands up to as far as you can without having any pain or compensation. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, I just realized I didn't put any hashtags on my Instagram post. Whoopsies. I might take that down and repost it. Who knows? All right. Well, thank you for listening to me talk to myself. I appreciate that. But back to the standing toe taps. I'm going to start with the standing ones, and then we can go to the prone ones if you'd like. Remember, bring the heels to your hands. The only thing your hand is doing is moving forward slightly. The heel is coming to the hand. And these are honestly one of my favorite for your hips, and I mean your hips and your core. It's not the same. Your hips are not the same thing as your core, but they're very intertwined. So that's why I say that. But I love this one because it's forcing you into that posterior tilt of your pelvis, not allowing you to arch that back when you're doing these. So it's real nice. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. What I mean by that, sometimes when we do high knees, we like to arch the back like this, arch the back like this, but because we are leaning back, we have to lean backwards to do this. It is allowing us to stay in that posterior tilt. Now I kind of look all scrunched over right now, but it's better for your hips. Just trust me. I promise I know what I'm talking about 99% of the time. All right, because no one's perfect and no one knows what they're talking about all the time, and I will admit that. I'm wrong very often, but not when it comes to this stuff. So back to the squats. Let's just sit down, stand back up, sit in the chair and stand, and sit in the chair and stand. Also, I see I got a couple people in here with me. How are you guys doing today? Let me know where you're from, how your day's going. Is it sunny where you're at? Is it raining? Hope it's not, 'cause it's beautiful here. Just let me know. I love to talk to you guys and see how you're doing, even if you are thousands of miles away. Stopping here, 1, and done. There we go. Good job, mis amigos. The longest time I've been quiet on stream for a long time was like 5 seconds. Oh my goodness. All right. Back to the push-ups. We're going to do the ones I was talking about last time. Trying to make you guys better at these. So from the top here, 1, 2, 3. Go to your knees and press. 1, 2, 3. Go to your knees and press. 1, 2, 3. Knees and press. And you guys get the memo. Or you guys get it by now as far as the tempo. I'm going to keep on saying that unless you like me to. I will. But I don't think it's necessary because you guys are smart and I know you can count to 3. Last one here. And we are done. Good job, guys. And I talked about this in the Q&A, but making sure your fingers are spread out evenly and they're accepting weight through your wrist, not just jamming your wrist into the ground doing push-ups, but feeling your fingers on the ground and the weight they are getting from the push-up is very important. So make sure you guys have those fingers nice and spread out. All right. Now, oh, whoopsies. The reach to pull. Reach and pull and reach and pull. And I feel like I'm in the army now. I'm making like cadences to these. Reach, pull. Remember when you're pushing, you're pulling and pushing down like this. You're still coming across diagonally from your chest like this, but you should also be watching that hand if you can, if it doesn't make you dizzy. The same thing with the T-spine rotations. You want to be watching the hand so you allow for rotation to properly happen. Alrighty. You know, it feels like the last 4 always blow. We blow through the last 4. The first couple are a little slow, maybe a little more, not quiet, that's not what I'm looking for. Lackadaisical, even though it's not really lackadaisical, it's just not as high output, I guess. But this last one, the boxing, I want to make you guys, if you're going to leave after the 3 sets, I want you guys to do this one real hard with me. Ready, set, and let's go. So, sustainable pace. Remember, this is an aerobic. This is the most aerobic thing that we've done today. So I want you guys to really make sure you're getting a good punches. Keep the body moving. That's all that matters. I know I said good punches, but the quality of movement here is not exactly the most important thing. The most important thing is just making sure you're moving the arms. Now, that's not to say I don't want you to have a good quality of movement so you don't hurt yourself, but just saying make sure you get those arms moving. And we are done. There we go. Alrighty. As I said in the beginning, we just made it through the first 3 sets. And if you would like to leave, you're more than welcome. Obviously, I'm not holding you hostage with a gun or anything like that, but this is the first half of the workout. I will be starting the second half of the workout in a couple seconds, but thank you for joining if you do decide to leave, and we really appreciate it. We love all you guys. All right, back to the hinging patterns. I'm going to do a single leg this time, so kickstand like this, reach down, and come back up, just like that. And you don't even need to really worry about what your arms and shoulders are doing. You're just keeping them there as like a placeholder, so you're not reaching down or anything. You're just keeping them right here by your side, letting them drop to about the shin, maybe the knee. If you have a compensated, or if you're not very comfortable with this movement yet, that's okay. I just did way too many on that one leg and forgot to even it out, but that's okay. And we are done. There we go. Good job, guys. Oh, almost clapped. That was close. Good job, everybody. It's the end of the third set. Remember, we are on the fourth set now. Back to those lateral raises, as the British folks say. Lateral. It's not a lateral. I don't even know if that's how you say it. I've heard people say it like that before. Fourth, let me know. Correct my American ass, if you will, please. All right. And we're just going to start with the lateral raises. Remember, grab something. If my cats, I should say, wouldn't claw my hand off, I'd use them as a weight, but I think they wouldn't like that. I don't think they really like me pulling on their fur like that. So I'm not going to do it, but you understand what I'm saying. Just grab some type of resistance, some weight somewhere, and start with those lateral raises like this. Bring them up, bring them up, bring them up. And I prefer these with the weights, but don't have anything I can really use right now. And we are done. Actually, no, that's a lie. I could use my water bottle and some books. See, even if you just grab, whoop, that was almost bad. 2 textbooks, raise them up. Obviously, these are not the same weight, but you understand what I'm saying. Resistance can be anything. Resistance is just something that is resisting gravity, right? That's all it is. Nothing too fancy. All right, now we're pulling from the shin, starting right now. I don't know if I did these last time. We'll find out at the end if we have an extra 8 seconds, or sorry, extra set, I should say. Remember, you can do this unilaterally like this, but I would suggest and recommend you try doing it like this because it is challenging. It feels nice to be able to do it, though. And I know you guys will be able to get there eventually. So pulling, pressing, pulling from the shin, pressing, pulling from the shin, pressing, just like so. And we are done. There we go. Oh, I caught myself that time. All right. Good job, guys. This one feels like we're blowing through this. She's still in there? Yes, she is. I really got to show you guys this. Oh, that was funny. These 2 cats really entertain me all day. If I didn't have to go to work, I'd be entertained all day. Sorry, toe tap starting right now. Bring the hips up, remember, or sorry, the heels up. And this is what I mean by the posterior tilt. I'm not bent like this. I'm more bent over. I'm exaggerating it a little bit right now so it doesn't look exactly like it would if you guys weren't, if I wasn't trying to show you, because based just off of how we are as humans, as soon as someone starts watching us do something, we change the way we do it. So I was trying not to change it, but it is kind of hard. And we are stopping here in 2, 1, and cut it. So, but the whole point with that is bringing your knees and ankles up like this allows it so you're not arching the back like this. It's more of a posterior or neutral position, which is always a better thing than being in a arch back anterior post tilt. So anterior tilt, not anterior post, sorry. All right, and we are back to the squats. So this time I'm not gonna be using the chair. I wanna show you how it's not any different, right? All it is, sitting down, pretending like there's a chair, touching with your butt, and coming back up. Remember the stance, it's totally dependent on you. If you want a wider stance, you can. I know for me personally, I kind of like a little more of a narrow stance, but I switch it up every once in a while, especially if I'm using weight. I like to switch up my stance a little bit just to kind of keep it fresh, so to speak. But for you guys, just whatever feels most comfortable when you're sitting down in a chair and standing back up. And we are done. Good job. But story I was going to tell you guys is my black cat, Pip, and my black and white cat, Duncan, who's over there. He's hiding. She's in the bag that I showed you a couple minutes ago. I put her down on the ground. She did not get out of the bag. He comes walking by it, very suspicious. She tries to attack him like it's Cat in a Box or something. He comes sprinting by. Sorry, I wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was funny. All right, back to business here. Back to the push-ups. Remember, feet fully extended. Fingers getting all the weight they possibly can. 1, 2, 3, and back up. Oh, whoopsies. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a little long of a 3rd second there, but 1, 2, 3, and up. And last 1, 2, 3, and up, and done. There we go. Good job, guys. Bye-bye. We are almost done with the 4th set. I almost threw 3. 1, 2, 3. What comes after 3? 4. 4. There we go. 4th set. Okay. So now back to the reaching and pull. Remember, all you're doing is reaching with your palm facing your body, and then rotating your wrist and pushing that palm away. Starting right now. So rotate and push. Rotate and push. And I do really like these two, the D1 and D2, because these are good movements for the shoulder. They get almost every range of motion that you possibly can in the shoulder with these two. Obviously, there's some, I'm not going to go nerdy, but you're not getting all of your ranges of motion, but still, you're getting a very decent amount. And it's good for the shoulder health. Use these in the PT clinics and athletic training offices a lot. And we are done. There we go. Good job, guys. I want to clap so bad. It's like my tick. It's like the tick I do on stream. I just have to clap on something. I start hitting my pants or something. But I'm getting better with it because I know it's annoying to hear that 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but you know what I mean, throughout the entire stream. All right, back to boxing. I'm going to challenge you guys now. Staggered stance, right? Left foot up. Make an L from your heel to the middle of your right foot. So you're in like a L stance like this, and you're just throwing those punches. I want you to let the body wobble like it is. Don't, as long as it's not hurting you, keep letting it wobble. It's your body just trying to find stability. Switch sides now. Let it do that. There ain't no harm in it as long as there isn't any pain. Yeah, there ain't no harm. You can tell I've been in Corinth a decent amount this past week and a half. Past week, I should say. But, all right, good job, guys. You made it through 4. That's 8. You made it through 4. Good job. Moving on to the 5th one, right? Meow. Oh, sorry, I thought that was an important email. Nope, not an important email. Never mind. All right, back to the hinge variation. So because this is the 5th set, we only got one more after this. We're going to do good old fashioned. Remember now, good way to align yourself. Hands from hips to knees. A nice aligned lower back position. Now let me get off this rug. All you got to do is come down, pick up the pillow, put it back down. Pick up the pillow, put it back down. Pick it up, and put it down. That is all you have to do for this. As long as that butt is going back to the wall, and we are done. What I mean by that butt going back to the wall, I wish I had a wall right here I could show you. A lot of people, when they do hinging variations, they go like this instead, which is more of a squat. So when you're doing a hinge, you want to kind of think of how well can you dissociate your hips, your lower body from your upper body. You're pushing your lower body back, and the upper body staying still. That's what you're doing. And then you're just going to pick up that pillow and do it again. Back to lateral raises here. I know I'm talking a lot today. Squeeze me, my friends. I'm just feeling really good today. Feeling it's a good day to be alive. Good day to be down here in Troy, New York. Good day to be in America or in New York in general. I don't know. It's just a good day. I hope you guys are enjoying your day wherever you're joining me from as well, whether it's Nova Scotia, BC, England. I know we got some people from Ireland as well. So wherever you guys are joining us from, hope you're having a splendid day over across the pond. All right, and we are done with that one. I said across the pond like British Canada, or Nova Scotia is across the pond, which is not. I know that. I do know that. I do know some world geography. Just kidding. Know a decent amount, but that's not as fun to say, right? Trying to make you guys laugh, whether it's at me or with me, I don't care. All right, starting with the toe. Oh, never mind. Pull to press from the shin. And you're basically just letting your body drop here, and then you're catching yourself again. I know this is more of like a sports analogy I'm about to use, but I want you to kind of drop. I want you to drop down. Just let your body drop and then catch yourself. So you're absorbing that weight and then you're putting it back through by pressing like so. And we are done with that one. Good job. Guys, can you please get out of that bag? She's a Maine Coon, my cat, Pip. She's like this big black fur ball. It's like this big. So her going inside of like a Aldi bag or a Walmart bag is a paper bag is very funny to see. Because she's bigger than the whole damn thing. So like, what are you doing, pretty lady? All right, back to the toe tap. So this is the 5th set. So I'm going to challenge you guys in the 6th. We're going to do the entire 35 seconds of toe taps in the plank, well, tall plank position. All right? You guys with me on that? We still got a whole another like 8 minutes until we got to do that. So don't worry about it. We'll get it on the next round through, okay? But for this one, remember, you can speed this up if you want. You can do them like this, even though I don't even like doing that. I would just stick with these, maybe pick up the pace just a little bit if you'd like, make it a little more aerobic, and we are done with those. Will you get out of... Hey! So our apartment is a mess right now. All of my stuff from Cortland, I moved back here. And there's just bags everywhere, and she's just diving in them. We're going through them, just causing a ruckus, as my grandma used to always tell me that I was doing. All right. Now, back to the squat. So same thing. Remember, the stance is determined by what feels most comfortable to you. I really would suggest the best way to figure that out is to just sit down in a chair and stand back up. Because as I promised earlier, now I guess I'll talk about it because it's the easiest one to refer to. Your brain doesn't need to know. Your brain doesn't want to overwatch every single muscle activation in a squat or in a movement. It wants to coordinate around the goal of the movement. What do I mean by that? So stop it in 2, 1, and cut it. So what do I mean by that? It's really easy for the squat to explain this. It wants to coordinate around the goal of sitting down in the chair and standing back up, right? It doesn't need to focus on the process of the goal, aka the muscle activation that's going on to complete the goal, but it wants to focus on the goal itself of sit down and stand back up. So that's all I want you guys to do if you're struggling with the squat pattern. Sit down in the chair and stand back up. That's all you need to think about, I promise. All right, back to the push-ups. So remember, legs fully extended like this. 1, 2, 3 to your knees. Back up. 1, 2, 3 to the knees. And back up. 1, 2, 3. Back up. I'm going to stop giving you the metronome again. It's weird. The second time I did that exactly at 16 seconds, like I know that I'm doing it. All right, down to the knees. Last one here. And done. There we go. How many more? Perfect, okay. Making sure that I didn't mess something up and miss a sec. I thought I did earlier, but we are right on time here today. What are we at? Like 47, 48. That's perfect. Yep. We are right on time. Good job, guys. All right. Moving back to the reach and pull starting now. Reach, pull down, press. Pull down and press. And you can rotate the body as well. It's actually what I kind of want you to do. But don't think about rotating the body. Think about grabbing something and then pressing it and pulling it and pressing it down. Because like I said, you don't need to focus on any muscles working right now. You need to focus on the goal of the movement, right? The goal of the movement being pulling and pressing. Pulling something down off the roof and pressing it down through the floor. Like so. And good job. What are you doing? Hey. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. Get out of that. Come on. Sorry, again, my cat's just going crazy today. I don't know what, someone must have gave her catnip when we were gone. I don't know. All right, back to the boxing starting right now. So not this set, but the next set, because it's going to be the last one. The last, say 10 to 12 seconds, I'm going to have you guys go as hard as you can with me on these punches, all right? So we're going to do a nice sustainable pace for the first about 20-something seconds. In the last 10, I'm gonna kick it into overdrive. But not right now. Next set, I'm just giving you guys a warning, giving you guys, some mental time to prepare yourself. And keep on throwing these punches right now. Keep those arms moving. Stop in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go. The amount of times I almost hit myself in the face doing that. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. Especially the hook or cut it. I've been very close. Like, Adam, what are you doing? All right, back to the hinge variation. I'm going to do a single leg, but I'm actually going to start my left leg this time because I didn't even do any of my left leg last time. So remember, kickstand position. Down. And back up. Just like so. Switch sides here. And you may notice that one side does probably look a little different than the other, but as humans, this is a part of our nature. We are going to have one side that looks a little bit different than the other, which is totally okay. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. We're unilaterally dominant, whether it's our hips, knees, ankles, elbows, wrists, shoulder, and our joints are used to moving in that range of, or plane of motion and range of motion, based on our daily activities. So it's okay if one side is easier or harder than the other. Don't think too much about it. I promise it's not going to show in a drastic fashion. All right, starting with the lateral raises. What I mean by that, okay, so perfect example right now. Right now, I'm just focusing on bringing my hands to the ceiling, but I do feel it a little more on my left trap than my right trap. Now, if I really want to nitpick myself, go look in the mirror, oh, this trap is a little bit bigger, but it's not, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. As long as it's not causing any pain and it's not like you're not feeling any quote unquote activation there, which, all right, scratch that last bit because it's debatable where you should be feeling activation anywhere. Because like I was talking about, and we're done. Well, like I was talking about, you shouldn't be focusing on the feeling of the movement. You should be focusing on the goal of the move, which is bring the shoulders up. And each side is going to coordinate that movement differently based on the past experiences of that shoulder. So say this shoulder you've hurt in the past, this one you haven't. That means because your nervous system remembers that, it's going to coordinate that movement differently. So do not be upset if one side feels different than the other. All right, pull the press, pull the shin, the press. I'm almost doing like a hang clean because this is very similar to the pattern of a hang clean. But, sorry that was a little ranty there. That's just a very, very important sentiment I want you guys to hear today and make sure you understand it. And just keep on pulling from the ground and pressing, pulling from the ground and pressing. 2, 1, and cut it. The same thing applies for all the movements pretty much. If one side feels a little better, feel like getting more on one side than the other, there are things you can do to correct that, but as long as it's not causing you any pain and one arm doesn't look a third of this, like a quarter of the size in the other arm or shoulder, then it should be okay. All right, back to this one. Back to the toe taps. Oh, I forgot. We're doing them from here. All of us doing these together. This is a lot of coordination as well, which you can, if you would like, you can try to do this from your knees, bringing your knees up instead. But I don't know how easy that's going to be. You can just do the standing variation if you would like. This one is one of the harder ones we've had you do. Keep on going, guys. And we are done. Woo! Good job. Proud of you guys for making it through the 5th set. I didn't even congratulate you for it, but this is the last set. So give yourself some pat to the back. We are halfway through the last set. You're almost through the entire workout. Keep powering through. Really proud of you guys. Starting with the squats right about now. Perfect. Another thing, when I mean dropping, is if you're comfortable with your squat pattern, I want you guys to not drop into the squat, but allow your body to fall and then catch itself. But I would do it under a chair. if I'm being honest. So I've been doing this for a long time, and I don't want to give you any advice that might hurt you, because that would be irresponsible and ignorant of me to do. So don't actually do that. I take that back. It's more for sports than anything else. But we're done. We are all athletes. So when you're doing your squats, do them however you sit down in the chair, however you stand back up. I'm not going to overcomplicate it anymore, talking about dropping into it and using gravity and stuff like that. That's okay. I know you guys are smart enough to figure out how to sit down and stand up, because you guys are awesome. All right, back to the push-ups here. Remember, fully extended like so with the legs. 1, 2, 3. Go to the knees and press. 1, 2, 3. Knees and press. 1, 2, 3. Knees and press. And remember, make sure all that weight is distributed evenly on those fingers. And that is just one of the easy ways. Oh, it's not that easy. Oh, stop it here in 3, 2, 1. It's not easy, but like I said, there are remedies for the whole imbalance from side to side. If you guys do have an imbalance doing a push-up, if you feel like one side is just not getting anything out of it, then reach out to us, and we'd love to have a conversation with you about that and figure out some ways to bring more sensory information to those fingers to allow that motor output to be created. Okay, back to, we got 2 more, and then we're done. Remember, reach, pull down, reach that apple, or whatever I don't know, whatever thing that you want to possibly eat after this protein shake. Even if it's not the healthiest, it's okay. Just reach for it, pretend like it's on the ceiling, grab it, and then push it down. Grab and push, and grab and push, just like so. Sorry, I had an itch. Push, grab and push, grab and push. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. All right, remember, now we are on to the last exercise of this workout. I'll give you a round. Oh, I'm not going to give you a round of applause yet. I'll give you a round of applause after. So, first 25 seconds, nice and sustainable. Last 10 seconds, all out. You with me? 2, 1, and begin. So, nice sustainable pace here. Full range of motion, so big punches each time. Bah, bah, bah. I know I tend to look down when I do this. Try to keep your head up. You don't gotta go tall like this, because that's gonna arch your lower back, but just keep your head up a little bit. So I'm trying to get sweat off my face. All right, starting all you got in 3, 2, 1, and let's go, guys. Come on. Give me everything you got. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Woo! Give me a Ric Flair. Woo, please, and thank you. Good job, guys. Whew. That one had me a little winded at the end, not gonna lie. All right, good job. We made it through week 23, day 74. Almost forgot. I had to move my phone. I thought it was 73. But now, moving on to, I did miss one. Darn it. Sorry, I don't know which one I missed, but I missed one. I don't really know what to do right here. Yeah, I do. Sure. We're just gonna do some high knees right now, okay? Let's just do a little start with a cool. I only got 10 seconds left on this. We'll just keep on doing some high knees. Very low high knees. Just light. Nothing too crazy. And we are done. Good. Okay, now no jive. Now we're actually done with the program for today. We have the cool down here coming up in just a second. And then the quote of the day and some tidbits. So as always, stick around for that. I'm going to be sharing some things about mindset and growth attitudes that Jacob Carroll was so kind to leave me to talk about today. So thank you. Shout out to you, Jake. Hope you're feeling better today, buddy. I know being under the weather really does suck. But all right, first thing we're going to do is shake out the arms. Shake. So I want you to shake from your thumbs and fingers, just like this. I know it seems really weird. Crack them if you have to. I know sometimes that feels really good. shaking all range of motion. Now we're going to shake from the elbows. Just like so. Now you're going to shake from the shoulders. I know we kind of look crazy doing this, but this is really good for blood flow and recovery, as I say every week. It's not just us looking crazy on camera, shaking our bodies. Well, that is what it is, but that's not the only reason why we're doing it. It's just to look crazy. We're doing it because this is good for you. You might even get some new sensory information. If you shake, you feel part of the muscle that you weren't feeling before. You feel part of the arm that you weren't feeling before, like I just did, which happens to me very often because I do these after I work out as well. Actually, all right, sorry, not this is working out, but when I do my own workouts outside of this, I also do these as well. Or if you take a baseball players, those things for your shoulders, I can't remember what they're like a flex blade or something. You take one of those, use those after a workout. That's also really good for your upper body or lower body. I don't know how you use that for your lower body, but you understand what I'm saying. All right, now shake out the legs. Same thing. You just want to shake, 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 shake. And this may not be for everybody. So if you're doing this and you're like, Dad, this really does not feel good. What are you having me do here, man? Just shut it down. It's okay. Message us. I'll give you new warm-ups that you can do so you can follow right along with us so you're not being left out of this little community that we've created. Because we don't want to leave you out. That's for damn sure. We don't want to leave you guys out. You guys are our community members and we love you. So we'll figure out a way to accommodate to your needs. I promise you that. Keep on shaking. Shake around, shake around, shake around. Remember, the wall is always there. Wall is always your friend. Now, back to these good old butt kicks. I do like this because we did a hard leg workout today. And the core as well and hips. Keep on keeping on here. All right, only a couple more seconds here till we get to the breathing. Remember, you can do the ankle circles as well. Nice and slow this time. We're not really trying to warm anything up. We're trying to cool it down. Also, one I forgot up top is self-hugs. As long as these aren't causing any pain, just giving yourself some nice little hugs, little pats, so to speak. Little patsy. Good job, everybody. All right, now we're going to get to my favorite part of the cool down, which is the breathing. So, when you're doing the breathing, all I want you to think about exhaling longer than you inhale. Usually I put a tempo on it of 4 to 8 seconds, but I've realized that's kind of futile, and I'd rather have you guys just focus on exhaling longer than you inhale, because then you're focusing more on counting than you are actually breathing. So, keep on breathing like that, guys. And the more you breathe like this and the better you get at it, the quieter your breathing should get. So I know the first one you heard me go, it should be much quieter than that, to the point where you're almost not hearing it, because you want it to be an automatic breathing pattern. It's not, because now you can tell I'm putting conscious attention towards this, because I'm breathing much louder than I would be if I was at a resting state. So, and obviously we just worked out, so my heart rate is up a little bit. So it's going to add to that exhaling faster, because that's going to lower your heart rate down, and your body wants that, so you're going to exhale harder. But remember that just making sure you're exhaling longer than you inhale and being nice and quiet with it. So.
Activity completed.
Thank you, Siri. All right, guys. So, as always, oh, sorry. I had another email I thought was important. All right, as always, we do have the quote of the day and the tidbit. I'm going to bring you guys down here a little bit. Oh, whoopsies. What did I just sit you on? Oh, don't go. No. Perfect. So, hello, guys. Nice to see you again. So, for the quote of the day today, the quote of the week, because we're talking about mindset, I think it's very important to understand the process, because mindset, we look at this very much so as understanding the way you interact with the environment, understanding how you interact with yourself as far as like setting goals and self-growth and things like that. So today, because it's the mindset, like I said, the quote is more based on self-growth and how to unlock or create a better future self. So the quote is, you can't change and become somebody else in the future unless you start becoming a little better at being that future person today. And that that plays into growing as a person and understanding. First, you have to understand that mistakes happen, right? You are going to make mistakes, and it is going to be that is just how life is. I make mistakes every single day. Everyone makes mistakes every day. But the big thing is being able to own those mistakes and understand, instead of just locking down after you make a mistake and saying, oh, I've made this mistake, I'm awful, I'm horrible, I'm never going to grow from this. First, understanding that you did make the mistake, but second, understanding how you made the mistake and the specific points and pieces in the process that allowed you to make that mistake. So then you can understand those processes and those pieces and work upon improving them, because you can't expect to be great from everything from the start, right? You got to have that mindset of growth where it's, okay, I messed this up. Now, how do I fix it? So having that growing mindset means understanding that the setbacks, failures, all of those things that we associate with not being able to do something are a part of the learning or growing process. A lot, you can even think that intelligence, things like your overall intelligence are fixed, but that's actually not true. You have to look at it as your willingness to achieve whatever that goal is, whether it's intelligence-wise or skill-based. How willing are you to achieve that goal? Are you willing to sacrifice? Do you have that mindset of growth of oh, I messed up, I need to keep going, I need to better from it? Or do you have the mindset of, I messed up, I'm never going to be able to do this? Because having a growth mindset is understanding that you start off poorly at certain tasks, like I was just talking about, but your ability is malleable and you can continually improve with effort, meaning that your ability to grow, or your ability to grow in whatever you're doing as a person, whether it's something you're doing in your social life or work, your ability to grow is malleable, which means it is changeable. It's not set in stone. It's not one way or the highway. You are and you can change for the better and grow in those skills and or intelligence in that, even though it may not happen that second, but as long as you have the mindset of being able to grow, you will achieve whatever that goal is, as long as you put I know it's just so corny and cliche, but you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that having a growth mindset can allow you to accomplish a lot more than having a negative mindset, because a growth mindset is positively correlated with intrinsic motivation, which is the driving factor of self-determination. So the self-termination theory, that is the driving factor, is intrinsic motivation, being motivated from the inside, not having a pessimistic view internally of how you are interacting with the environment or the skills or the intelligence that you have, or the task that you might have messed up. Making sure that it's, because we all have those days where we're going to feel down on ourselves, but you need to make sure, not you need, because that's very demanding, but making sure that even if you have that awful, horrible day, which I had a really bad day a couple days ago, I did not cope the best with it. And I'll be honest, I did not cope the best with it. But by not coping the best with that issue, right, with the thing that I did, with the way I was coping with my loss, I realized the things that I cannot do in the future. I realized how I can grow from this, and I realized the things that are detrimental to my health or to my overall well-being, as far as a person, as far as a friend, as far as a boyfriend, as far as a coworker. I realized the things I can't be doing through this mindset of growth and positivity of, hey, I messed up, but this isn't the end, right? This isn't the end all be all, right? Because this is really important to me, and I hope this is really important to you as well. I know that was a long tangent there, but I hope that you guys enjoy all the stuff that I talk about when I do go on these tangents, because it is thought out. I'm not just pulling it out of nowhere. So the last thing I guess I'll leave you with, you can actually, having a growth mindset can physically have a change in your brain. So it leads to, increased brain activities in situationally that can promote increased motivation, resilience, and effort. So it's not just telling yourself that you need to be better and you need to grow. It's also understanding that there are mechanisms around this, right? There are ways that you can do this. And one of them is just understanding that if you took anything from this conversation, right? When you make a mistake, don't just get down on yourself and say, oh, wow, I messed up. I effed up. I'm awful. Pick apart that mistake. Realize the things that you did wrong and how you did them wrong. So in the future, you can grow from them. And then in doing that, you have already instilled the growth mindset. So you're killing two birds with one stone. It's not that easy. It's because it's really not easy. I still struggle with it. But it is easier to do that than to tell yourself how awful you are and how okay, I'm this god awful person that messed this up and I'm never going to get better at it. Because you're right. If you have that mindset, you're never going to get better at it. So whole spiel broken down into one sentence. Make sure you understand the mistakes you've made, why you've made them, and make sure you have a growth mindset of you can improve from these mistakes. Okay, that is all I got for you guys today. I have to go up to work. That's some other stuff I got to take care of. I need to take a shower because I'm nice and sweaty. Good work, everybody, today. I'm really proud of all you guys. I'm really looking forward to continuing to creating this relationship and community that we have with you. So please reach out to us. Share this. Share it to your friends. Share our Facebook, our Instagram, anything that we have. Please go share it to your friends and help us create a larger community and help more people, because that's at the end of the day, that's what we really want to do. So thank you very much, guys. And you guys all have a great day. Go out there and get some personal growth, all right? Have a great day, guys. Take care. Stay happy and